What's going on, guys, and welcome back to DC Multiverse. And today what I want to get into is the same thing I've been talking about for the past couple of days on my videos, and we're going to start a new section, right? And everybody knows by now, if you're on this channel, that I collect in themes, you know what I mean? Infinity War, Age of Apocalypse, Phoenix Saga, Marvel vs. Street Fighter, X-Men vs. Avengers, stuff like that. Like, I make themes and then I collect around those, or I use the people I already have and make those themes a reality, right? So today what I want to do is I'm gonna start a new section. My brother just got me some Mortal Kombat figures, and then I do have some leftover DC figures that I'm trying to figure out, like, what am I doing with these guys? So that's gonna be the themes for today's video. So we're gonna have Mortal Kombat versus DC, right? And then so the Mortal Kombat figures are coming from Storm Collectibles, and the DC figures are going to be McFarlane's. So the section that I'm thinking about using, because space is limited and to keep up with my whole 360 display, is this section right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take down those Marvel zombies. I'm going to put them on my Infinity War shelf. That's going to clear that up. And then I'm going to put a shelf right there. So we're talking about just enough space for the figures that I have on hand right now. So if you watch my previous video of my Mezco shelf, of my first ever Mezco toys, then you know that I bought a 2-pack of these shelves right here. And this is the one I'm going to put over my diorama up there. And I'm going to see how it looks with about 5 or 6 figures on it, and see if it's something I want to keep building on from that section, or maybe move it to another section. So this will be the first 2 Storm Collectibles that I am opening, that I do have in my collection, and my first ever McFarlane Mortal Kombat figure. Then I'm going to squeeze in a couple of DCs, and we see how we can make it look right here. Stick around. So we got the shelf up. It's looking good. I got it like halfway between the bottom shelf on my X-Men and the top shelf on my X-Men. Didn't want to put it too low because I didn't want it to cast like a shadow over my diorama. At the same time, didn't want to pick it up too high because I don't want heads hitting the ceiling. So I feel like that was a good halfway point right there. A quick idea real fast. When I was putting that up, I was thinking to myself, man, I stopped collecting the boys from NECA because they only made 3 and then they stopped. So I was like, man, I got 3 Mortal Kombat figures. Should I put the boys versus Mortal Kombat? I was like, I don't know, because one of them is Starlight, and I don't know if Starlight can hang. So I think we're going to keep it Mortal Kombat versus DC for now. I may change things up later. Who knows? But let's get to the unboxings. All right, so here we go. These are my first 3 Mortal Kombat figures that I'm ever going to place in my collection. I've never had any Storm Collectibles before, and I've never had any Mortal Kombat figures in my collection. So I just want to say shout out to my brother for getting me all 3 of these for Christmas, and we just got up not too long ago and he blessed me with these, and I was more than ecstatic because, like I said, this was totally unexpected and something I didn't have. Usually it's a gamble with me, like, trying to buy me figures, but he always hits it on the head. He seems to always know exactly which figures I need and which ones to stay away from without even asking me. So shout out to him. Thank you very much. And it's because of him that we're able to do this video. Now, with that being said, with these 3 right here, I think I'm going to go with Shao Kahn first. Then we're going to go Kung Lao, and then we're going to go Reptile. Then after we see what these 3 is about, we're going to move forward, trying to pick some DC characters, and then see how these guys look on the shelf. And then you guys let me know if this is a go. Just getting Shao Kahn out the box, and I know this is an older figure, but this is brand new for me. I mean, I've never had this figure, never had a Mortal Kombat figure. And I'm noticing a lot of things about Shao Kahn now that I never noticed in the game. Like, one, I never knew that he was barefoot this whole time, because he was kicking people and doing all types of things, and I never noticed that he was doing it with his toes out. Like, that's something new to me. This figure doesn't come with too many accessories, just comes with the hammer and everything you see here. No extra hands, no head sculpts, no nothing. But this is like a classic McFarlane figure to me. This figure really looks well sculpted, has a lot of things going on. But it reminds me like of an action statue. That's that term I made up for McFarlane, man, because I feel like he specializes in statues that just happen to move. And a lot of his older figures especially were giving me that vibe. It's like they look good, but the articulation really isn't the best. So this reminds me of like an action statue. This is Shao Kahn. This is one of my Mortal Kombat figures, and this is one of the guys that's making it to the shelf. Next up is your boy Kung Lao. And like I said, this is my first ever Storm Collectibles in my life. So we're going to take a little bit to go through the box. I like the box already. It looks dope. Has a lot of plastic. I never really noticed or seen any figures that had this much plastic, like saran wrap, but this looks pretty good. Side artwork, got Kung Lao on the side there. Kung Lao and all his accessories, different head sculpts, different poses, his special moves, fatalities, everything looking good. This box is tough. And on the other side, we just got another picture of the hat, which I think is the same one. Yep, that's on the front. So now that I got Kung Lao with the box, I finally get to answer the question to myself that I've always been wondering. Is Storm Collectibles worth the extra money for the import as opposed to like a Todd McFarlane figure or something domestic, something on the lower level, $20, $25? Okay, guys, listen, I'll be the first one to tell you, man, and I'm a Marvel Legends collector, DC Multiverse, those come first all day, mostly because of my budget, you know? $100 for one figure or $80 for one figure is one thing. Trying to fill up a room of $100 figures, that's something totally different. So I think ahead, you know what I mean? But I can tell you this much. This feels like a really quality figure. The smoothness of it reminds me of Jada Toys. But at the same time, there is something about this that I noticed immediately that I have not noticed with any other figure. Can we just take a look at these joints right here? I don't know if you can ever see it, but this is a smooth. There is no click. This is a smooth joint right here that's just moving. Same thing with this one. This is smooth. There is no click. It's not like I'm waiting for the next one. Like it's just going. It feels very smooth, very quality. And that's not something I'm used to, because it's almost like most of the time you got to get it to the next peg, the next part. I'm not feeling that with this. This is dope right here. And this is more reminiscent of Jada Toys right here. This is more reminiscent of the things that I remember. You could put the hat in here, have it look like it's spinning on the floor, going to his enemy. Boom, and you catch them like that. You know how that go with Kung Lao. Then we also have the fatality piece right here. I mean, I'm not going to use the fatality, but that is dope, man. That's dope that it comes with it. So we have three different things we could do. We could do the hat right there, the hat in his hand. We could do the hat flying, or we could do the hat on the floor. Plus we got the fatality. And we do have an extra head sculpt. So that's one thing. So the face that he has on is really stoic right there. That looks like, I don't know, the Mortal Kombat movie when he saw Shang Tsung and Sub-Zero and them walking through the temple. He was like, whoa, what are these guys doing here? Like kind of confused. And then this one right here is like, oh, nah, y'all got to go. I'm most likely going to run with this head sculpt right here because I'm going to have my guys in the middle of a fight. So we're going to do that. And let's put on the accessories that I want to put on for Kung Lao. So I think this is the pose that I'm going to go with for Kung Lao. I was going to do it like going across, like I was shooting the hat across. But I have to remember the shelf is kind of high and most people are shorter than me. So they probably won't even see it. So if I'm doing it this way from up to down, you can definitely see the blue no matter where you're standing at. So I'm going to do it for like, you know, illustrative purposes. One thing I can tell you that I just learned, Storm Collectibles does not come with any stands. On top of that, they don't even have a place for a stand. So it's not even like you're going to go ahead and buy that. So just a FYI, I would usually have it spinning at this point so you can see what's going on. But there's no way I'm going to be able to keep him up on his tippy toe like that. I'll be lucky if I get him to stand like that indefinitely. So we're going to see what happens. The other accessories that Kung Lao does come with, he comes with 5 sets of hands. So he comes with 10 hands. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to go through all the hands. It's not about that. These are the hands that I'm going to use that I could see him posing with online and like from the game and stuff like that. And I'm going to stay with that. And then we're going to move forward to Reptile and let's see what that guy comes with. And last but not least, for my Mortal Kombat section, my most anticipated figure, because I have been wanting to open Reptile since I had him in my hands. But you know what? I was waiting for this. I was waiting to do everything together and I saved them for last. So let's see what's going on with this guy. The box is looking just as good as it did with Kung Lao. Side artwork with Reptile on the side, and not for nothing, I love this costume right here. I'm really glad my brother picked this one because I know they have more than one Reptile out, and all of his accessories, his second head, his reptile head, his tongue, his ball effect, everything is going good. The spitting venom, I love everything that this guy comes with. I really can't wait to get into this. And then more side artwork right here. Reptile, same picture that's on the front of the box. It's just the corner. There you go. And let's see what's going on with Reptile. Immediately once I started opening the box, I was like, yes, like, you know, this figure does not disappoint at all. I mean, this is another figure that I feel like is super quality made. This feels like Jada Toys, but just a step above. And I do like the accessories that he comes with. He's another one that comes with 10 hands. I'm not really going to get into the hands because it's not about that. But this figure is dope. And yeah, I was playing with the joints, playing with the double jointed knees, playing with the elbows. It's the same thing as Kung Lao. Smooth as butter, no clicks. And that's something I could really get used to, but I'm guessing that just comes with the higher price figures. But really quick, let's just see about the accessories. He does have like this ball effect right here, which is supposed to be like 3D, I guess, when he's shooting the thing that makes you jump in the air and then he can uppercut you. Even though this looks totally different, I'll take it. I'm always one for accessories. It does come with a stand, a clear thing right here that you put there, and we're gonna stand that up in a little while. He does come with the long tongue just in case you wanted to do a fatality and go ahead and snatch somebody's head. You can go ahead and do that. I mean, obviously, you don't do it with the head sculpt he has on. You have to do it with the Reptile head sculpt. And this is dope right here. I mean, it's almost hard for me to pick like which one I want to use. I mean, I'm probably going to go with the classic Ninja, but this is not an easy choice, man, because this looks dope right here. And I also like the fact that you can just take off the top and just have him like that. That looks dope too. You can even see the detail of the reptilian skin on the top. That tongue comes out, and that's where you put that tongue in. That's also where you put the venom. So he has like the little venom spit that he does, the poison spit that comes out. And this is that translucent material that I was talking about. This is what reminds me like Jada Toys. This is what I feel like all of them should have came with. This head sculpt is dope. Back to this. And yeah, it has an articulated jaw. Boom. And you good to go. So let's see what's going on. I'm thinking that I'm going to go ahead and use this piece right there. So let's see what's going on with that. And this right here is what I'm thinking about for Reptile. Like, I know his right leg should be going lower, but you got to remember, these are not prototype images. I really have him standing up there in real time with no stand. So I got to make sure that he can actually, do the thing. And I do not want him to drop from where I'm at. So I'm thinking that this will hold right here. So yeah, these are the guys that I'm going to put on the Mortal Kombat squad. So I'm thinking that I should line them up with 2 DC characters. And the first character that I'm going to bring to the table is this guy right here. And the first character that we got stepping to the plate to defend the DC universe is your boy Batman. And I know you guys had to know that this was coming. I mean, come on. He's on the cover of DC vs. Mortal Kombat. Like, come on. How could I not put the Dark Knight in here? Plus, it helps that on the cover, he got the gray costume as well. So I'm going to whip out the gray costume too. I got a bunch of Batmans, but this is one that I'm not going to miss. And remember, whenever I'm making these shows, I'm pulling characters that I'm not going to miss from another theme. So I have to have extras, or I got to have somebody else that I could pull out and I'm not really going to miss them. I'm not going to miss this Hush Batman like that because I just not have too many other Batman on my other shelf that can go perfectly. I can put them up there, and I feel like this is accurate for the game, and this is accurate for what we got going on. Plus, he got the 2 batarangs, so I think this is a good look right here. Batman is the first runner-up for the DC Universe. And the next character from the DC Universe is going to be World at War Superman. And the reason why I like this Superman so much is because he's bigger than the regular Superman characters that you come across. This guy's a little extra husky, a little extra brolic. He looks like he belongs in the Mortal Kombat game, because usually Supermans be kind of lean sometimes, depending on which one you get. Some are leaner than others. This one's extra brolic. Now, I mean, this one looks like he's been taking steroids. He's been on a jail diet doing his thing for a minute. He's waking up to bench dips and bench presses. So this is the one that I'm thinking should go right there, because he goes better with this shelf than he would do like on a Justice League shelf. Plus, I have a whole nother Superman on my Justice League shelf. So this is where I need him. And I think this is going to go just like this. Superman and Batman versus Kung Lao and Reptile. And what about Shao Kahn? Well, just like the game, Shao Kahn is going to be in the background watching to see who wins and to see who he's going to wash up next. So I'm thinking I'm going to go with that right now. I don't know. So let's put it up and see what's going on. You guys let me know what you think. And is this going to be a good start to my Mortal Kombat versus DC section? And this right here is the final setup. You know what I mean? It's a small shelf, but I think I got enough figures right there just to make it work for the time being. Got Batman and Kung Lao going at it right there. They both about to get a hit off. So you don't know what's going to happen right there. I think that's dope right there. Little one-on-one. And that's my boy from the cover. Batman's on the cover. Batman's doing his thing. And Kung Lao look like he ain't trying to hear it neither. Then we got Reptile versus Superman. And Reptile's over here. Another one balancing. No stand. I like how it came out. Superman's coming down. Look like he don't really care about that gravity ball Reptile got. But it's a video game, so you know Superman is nerfed. And then we got Shao Kahn in the back trying to see what's going on with that Batman and Kung Lao fight over there. He's like, hold up, am I missing something? You know what I'm saying? So that's what's going on. I'm going to continue building on this right here. But for now, I got a little 2-on-2. Shao Kahn trying to see what's going on. It's filling in that little white spot right there because it was looking a little blank, and that's what it's going to be for now till I get some more figures. But right now, it's a 2-on-2 with Shao Kahn watching. And speaking of watching, I appreciate y'all. Until next time. Peace.